Hello everyone! I hope you are doing well, and I hope this new year is treating you wonderfully. Tonight's discussion will be airplane etiquette. I really enjoy my traveling, and I've flown to California, to Colorado, to New York. I've traveled to many places, and one thing that needs to always be packed with you when you travel is your common courtesy and your manners. I'm sure a lot of you have traveled and you've seen people who are completely unaware of their actions, who do things and you just wonder to yourself, what? Why do they even do that? That doesn't even make any sense to me. I know I have. And then I realize people are unaware and they are unconscious of their behaviors. That's right. They're unaware and unconscious of their behaviors. For instance, my latest travels were from Florida to New York, and on that flight, there was this individual one row in front of me, and in the row in front of him, there was a man in the outside seat, in the aisle seat. So this man, he was the row behind him, and he was in the middle seat. Every time he got up, he put his hands on the man who was in the aisle, in the row in front of him, put his hands on his seat, pulled back to steady himself to step out into the aisle to go use the restroom. He'd do the same thing every time he went and sat down. He got up about 3 times. It was to no avail. Every time this man did this, the man who was sitting in his seat, in the aisle seat, I saw his eyes roll. I saw him shake his head. And I could clearly see what he was expressing and communicating. And I just thought, wow, this guy has no idea that he's disrupting this man's flight. He had his headphones on, and I think he was trying to sleep, and eventually he did sleep. But imagine being pulled back and then catapulted forward every time someone behind you had to go and use the facilities or go talk to a flight attendant or whatever. It's obnoxious. So, another thing that I would definitely stray away from would be kicking the person in front of you seat, hitting their seat, anything that has to do with anyone who's not you or your family. Just please become more conscious of your behavior and think, well, would I want someone to do that to me while I'm here? And just use that as a rule of thumb for every situation in life. Would I want someone to treat me the way I'm treating them? It's either going to be yes or it's going to be a definitely not. This is my favorite story to tell people from when I'm traveling. So I was flying from San Francisco home to Florida, and I was flying Virgin Airlines for the second time. The first time I absolutely loved it. They have these beautiful blue and purple and pink overhead lights that light the aisle, and I love lights. I love them, love them, love them. And as I board the plane, I make eye contact with the pilot and with the flight attendant who's greeting everyone. And I said, I just have to share with you how much I love this airline. I flew from LA to San Francisco, and your staff, they were so sweet and they were so kind, and they really made it a pleasure and a joy to fly Virgin Airlines. I wish every other airline was as great as you are. And he smiled and he laughed and he said, thank you, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I said, oh, you're welcome, thank you. So we smiled, enjoyed a little laugh, and I went and sat down. About halfway through my flight, the same flight attendant comes up to me, hands me, just silently, just smiles at me, and hands me one of those little clear punch cups with a red napkin wrapped around a little individual-sized bottle of champagne. And the note said, it was a pleasure speaking with you, even if it was for only a matter of 30 seconds. It left a lasting impression. Cheers, and he signed his name. I read over and I thought, this is unbelievable. I can't believe this just happened. Everything that I'm trying to express to people and share with everyone, it finally just happened to me. It was a cause and effect, really. A chain reaction, I should say, Scratch cause and effect, let's stick with chain reaction. I got in the plane, I was feeling great, loving the whole environment, loving the staff, I knew it was going to be great. Say hello, tell them how much I love everything on the plane. Maybe I was a little overboard. If any of you know me, I sometimes get a little passionate about things and excited. But, which led to me receiving this complimentary bottle of champagne, and I wasn't even in first class. I was in a regular seat, and although I was trying to get to first class, but I received this, and it was just so fantastic. I was so pleased. I began to love the airline even more, and it was so gratifying knowing that by expressing my happiness with them and joy, they appreciated it, and they were acknowledging me as well. So for me acknowledging them, they were acknowledging me in return. And it's fabulous. It was wonderful. If you can't feel my enthusiasm through, I'll tell you in person, and you'll feel the vibes. So, one more thing also. If you're sick on the airline, you're probably already miserable, right? You're not feeling well, if you have a head cold, or if, whatever it may be. Just try your best to cough into your shirt, cough into your jacket, or cough into your elbow. When you cough on your hands, think about it. Your hands touch everything. You open door handles, you grab things, you pay for stuff on the debit machine, and you press all the numbers, and you haven't washed your hands. So please just remember to wash your hands. Bring some wet naps if you have to. If you have antibacterial gel, bring it, and then use a napkin just to wipe everything off, because otherwise the germs dry on your hands and they're still there. One thing I like to do is bring a scarf. Even if I'm traveling to a warm climate, I'll bring it and I'll wrap it around my neck, and I'll just cover my nose and my mouth, because the air is recirculated. So you're not getting any clean air. If people are coughing and sneezing or doing other gross stuff, it's recirculating in the air. You're going to be breathing that stuff in. So another thing, you could also bring some of that airborne stuff, or, a week or more prior to your travels, just load up on a lot of good vitamins. Let's see, I think I covered everything. I don't want to hold you guys too long on here. I know you've got things to do. So I appreciate you stopping by. And if you have any questions for me, please comment below in my little comment box. And I hope you enjoy your travels next. And just remember a few of these tips. Beautiful, soft, strong eye contact, a smile, bring your manners, and just find the beauty, find the positivity, and whatever situation's going on, that silver lining, and hone in on it, hold on to it, and it will get you through whatever situation you are in. Thank you so much, guys, and enjoy yourselves. Have a good night. Bye.